I want to talk about the blood, because that is interesting. The Titan's blood is apparently the most powerful source of magic on the Boiling Isles. We didn't know that before.
Can I make horrible
yeah.
joke? Can I make horrible joke that just came in my head?
What?
I wonder what the Titan's other bodily fluids do. Okay, anyways, continue. Before we talk about the episode, I just want to say thank you very much. Our episode from last week got a lot of attention and comments and stuff, and it was really fun to see what other people thought. That's what we're doing this for, really. Like, we try to critique it, but we're recording these minutes after watching the episode, so we really just want to have fun little discussions and, like, try to watch the show with you guys. So I'm glad that, probably because of what last week's episode was, a lot of people were probably looking for it, but I'm glad that so many people ended up watching our podcast and went into the comments and talked about what they liked and stuff too. So
yeah,
that was great.
It's really nice. It makes it feel like our thoughts. Like I love discussing stuff, and I love getting it off my chest in here. But also discussing it in the comments as well feels like it's not in a void. Feels like it's actively engaging in a way that we don't really do so with the Owl House fandom. So it's nice to do so in the comments.
Yeah, and because we're not that engaged too, so many people tell us things that like we just genuinely didn't know, and like and people are like nice about it. Like so far, nobody has been like weird or rude about telling us things that we didn't remember. So it's nice.
Yeah, and like you said, last episode was a big episode, but also like I feel like that's every episode, the last few, including this one.
Oh
yeah.
This is really good.
I should also point out that Chan is not here. So today we invited Robot Chan. Hello, Robot Chan.
Hi, Robot Chan.
Hi, I am Chan the human.
All right, hi, Robot Chan. So I guess he has a hard time processing things, so we should just ask him first. So,
what do you think of the new episode, Chan the human? Chan?
He's processing.
he's just a bit slow today, is he?
I hated this episode. Emily Blight is an awful character.
What the hell, Chan?
Oh no!
What the hell?
All right, no more Robot Chan.
Did you just kill him?
Don't worry about it.
Oh
I
no!
heard a basketball sound.
It's fine.
It sounded like something.
Well, we don't need him anymore, but we cannot disclose what just happened to Robot Chan. Anyways, what did we think of this week's episode?
It was great. You want to go first, Judith?
Okay. I guess my first thoughts coming right off the end of this episode is that like I really like the pace everything is moving at, because in the past we said something about how it seems like some things are moving too quickly, but I don't think that. I love how this episode again, I think I said this before too, but like it didn't really resolve a whole lot, but like we just have some hints now, and like the Golden Guards plot is progressing, but like it's not over. Like if it was over now, then I would say maybe it's a bit fast, but also I don't know. Like their whole plan, clearly they've got a plan for this season, because like every episode has been a huge important one, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I know. This whole episode, I kept going like on and off. Like, is this too fast? Is this out of character? Is this that? But like by the end, I was like, no, this is good. I mean, like as per usual with the show, basically they gave me a really cool action sequence, and then I was like, okay, this is actually the best.
Yeah. Oh, the action sequence was the best part. It was so smooth. The animation.
I know.
Dude, that is my favorite. Like I know I say that like every other week, but I think that is my new favorite fight in the show. It wasn't as emotionally intense as the one before the finale, sure, but that was a really good fight, and I just love Amity versus the Golden Guard is like a fight come true for some reason that I didn't know I was hoping for. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, I would say that is close to my favorite scene in the whole show, like just from the top of my memory anyways.
Where do we begin? Okay, so once again, Our House episodes are 22 minutes long, and I always forget like half the episode by the time we finish watching.
Mm-hmm.
So
we got a lot of blood lore in this one.
I know.
Blood.
Okay. So let's start with the Lich. Sorry. I meant the
the
Emperor.
beginning. I forgot about the beginning part where we saw the Emperor's face.
First of all, why would you call him the Lich? The theories about Lich being human are void now.
I was making a joke, but then I actually forgot his real name. So, but yeah, he is. He looks the same as Hunter, which makes me wonder if they are actually related, if they are actually uncle and nephew.
I think that must be the case.
I mean, I don't know how we didn't. Did we point that out before? Like, they have the same exact hair. Like, I never made that connection until
they
right
have
now.
the exact. No, because we didn't know that before.
I think we've seen his hair before, though, but I guess not. None of us.
I thought he'd have. I thought he'd have like a skull face. Like, you remember that shot we got of his face when Luz looked at him and he scared the shit out of her?
Yeah, I don't really remember.
I don't remember.
Like, I don't remember what it looked like, but I remember that happened.
Maybe we didn't get a good look at his face, just his eye colour, which was like deathly. So maybe because he's been eating talismans, he doesn't look like that at the moment.
He did clearly have, a pointed elf ear, but he also had a scar across his face. So my new theory is that he's still the human, but he had facial surgery. Maybe he killed someone and took half their face, including their ear.
Oh no. My theory, because I stated my theory while we were watching. I said, well, maybe he just evolved, he evolved into a witch. Maybe all witches are born from humans, like how all humans are born from humans in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Maybe they're just mutants, and that's why witches used to use paper magic, like Luz does, instead of biomagic, like they do now.
I don't know if that's necessarily how that would work, but it's magic, so... I guess anything could happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not one to be good at coming up with theories, but he definitely had like a grass curse looking like scar thing on his face. Like, it seemed to have like a wood texture sort of. So I kind of feel like whatever it is, it's not from like an injury. It's from something that he did to himself.
He's a fucking tree.
I mean, that's kind of what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
He already looked like the Beast. Now he is the Beast.
I thought he'd be a little scarier than he is, but I mean, whatever. They can do whatever they want.
I mean, we literally saw him turn into a massive beast the other week. So Nick,
True.
Maybe they just want him to look really soft at the moment because he was talking gently to Hunter in this one, and he had his really soft blue eyes, really appealing features.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna show him transforming into the beast.
Oh yeah, I forgot he does that too.
Yeah, like he did before. So he looks gentle now, so that he can look less, so that it can juxtapose against the person he really is later.
You saying that reminds me also that during the fight in this episode, like, Hunter's expressions were really good. Like, that was a great scene. We already talked about that though.
Oh, they have the same eyes. Like they don't have the same eye color. Like, they have a completely different eye color. Because he has blue eyes and he has red eyes, but they both have like the dark shadows underneath their eyes. I noticed that as well.
This was like the first kind moment we've seen of Bellos. Literally mask off, I guess. Or, well,
yeah.
I don't know. But he wasn't actually, he wasn't like being rude and ordering Hunter around, which was like the only other interaction we'd seen between them before.
Yeah, and then when we saw that interaction, didn't we say that we would rather see this? And now we have.
Yeah.
But this episode effectively was two parallel arcs, wasn't it? It was Amity learning to adjust to a relationship with Luz, and accepting, coming to terms with how she doesn't have to justify herself existing by proving herself to everyone, and at the moment in this episode she felt like she had to prove herself to Luz, which is exactly the same as when she wanted to prove herself to her parents, and Hunter was trying to tell her that everything sucks and Luz is going to throw her away if she doesn't deliver results, but she was trying to tell him that no, people aren't supposed to make you feel worthless. You don't have to impress everyone, and if whoever you're living with or whoever you're with treats you like that, then you're hanging with the wrong people.
I actually didn't pick up on that.
Why are you so damn good at saying analytical stuff like that?
Also, in the episode, obviously she was talking about her relationship with her parents and, comparing that to Hunter's relationship with Bellos, but I didn't get the part about how her relationship with Luz was also the same thing in this episode, but it totally was.
Yep. Get results or else, remember? but it was actually like some really weird emoji that Luz was writing sideways.
Yeah,
for some
what?
reason.
Okay, what was up with the Tamagotchi thing? Because it looked like a Tamagotchi, but it is actually like a text. It's like a phone text app.
It's a Tamagotchi that they were using emojis to text with. and I think because Luz was so drunk off her face, she might not have known what she was doing.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Is that supposed to be like a human thing? Because, like, that's not a real thing, is it?
I don't know. Like, do they have?
we don't-
Maybe it's both. Maybe they have Tamagotchis in the Witch Realm, just like they have the Witch Book in the Witch Realm. You know, but they have Dragon Ball Z, and they have the actual completely name-dropped lo-fi beats to study relax
Yeah.
to. I was like, I said it out loud. That is so self-indulgent. They probably shouldn't have directly said it out loud. But
No, it's great. I like it. So do you think the Dragon Ball Z thing is like the Boiling Isles version of it, or is it like a Human World version of it?
ooh, good question. It might be
We
like
don't
the knockoff.
I was assuming Human World because they had a bunch of like CDs and stuff they didn't understand, and like, you know, presumably from Ida's trips to the Human World
Yeah.
to gather trash to sell. But then she also had that, you know, video, and like I don't know.
I think
Because
it's.
she said that she had seen it in theaters when she was younger.
She said it was 30 years old. She said
Yeah,
it was 30 years old, and it was airing in theatres 30 years ago.
So like yes, but like I guess we know they have movies or they have some way to watch movies anyway on the Boiling Isles. But like I don't, because what I assumed when she said that was that she had gone into the human realm to watch movies just for fun, and I really like that.
Good. No, because good question. Because she said she was watching the DVD, but she hasn't got a fucking DVD player. Where's her DVD player?
I think it was a VHS. I think it was a VHS tape because it was thick. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Do they have
She
VHS
just
players?
found one. She just found one. I don't know. I know she had in her scrapbook in season 1 there was like a ticket. I don't know if we explicitly knew what the ticket was for, but I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was a movie ticket. I think we talked about that as well.
Yeah.
Because specifically the thing I remember is from the sports episode. I think when Lewis had like a DVD of Azura, and Amity said, "Oh yeah, I've seen this movie," and we were like, "But how though? You don't have a magic DVD player."
Yeah, I don't know. It's just we're just dwelling on something that doesn't actually really matter.
But I don't
No, this
know.
is
Like,
important.
It's an interesting. It's a world building thing that is definitely confusing. Yeah, I get that.
but like the thing is, the Dragon Ball Z thing could also just be a Boiling Isles thing. I don't know. It's unclear. Well, it was called Dragon Claw, right? Like
Dragon
was
Claw
it?
Z. Dragon Claw Z.
Was it
called.
some kind of clearly magical or otherwise like fucked up version?
No, it wasn't clearly magical. It was just called Dragon Claw Z. It could be either, to be honest. It could be a Boiling Isles version or a Earth version.
No, here's what happened. Okay, Philip, who is Emperor Bellos, confirmed by me right now. When he became the emperor, he was like, "You people don't have movies. We got to make some movies." So he commissioned a bunch of stuff based on things that he liked in the human world, and essentially made his fan fictions real movies.
Oh my god, I read a book that had something like that happening when someone from the human world was trapped in a different world, and he made rip-offs of Earth movies, and they became really famous in the new world.
Also, there was something King said in this episode. I can't remember what it was now, but it just made me think, like, come on, you can't... It was another thing like the movie where, I mean, I don't know if the Boiling Isles, how similar it is to the human realm, because they reference a lot of stuff, like a modern stuff, but it's also, you know, sometimes they go like, I don't understand anything about humans, and it's like, I wish they would just pick one and stick closer to it.
I liked King in this episode, but what was that reference? Do you remember?
I don't remember what it was. Like, I remember King said it while he was writing on the Palisman broom thing.
Well, King was really good in this episode. Like, this is how I see King in my head. So when they make him cry like a baby, I'm like, that's not correct. Like, this episode, he was like kind of snarky, like going along with Ida, and like a little bit of a wimp, but still like trying to be tough. And then other episodes, he's just crying all day about his emotions. Like,
I had some comments, like, from a friend of mine, an awesome friend of mine commented in the last video and said, King's 8 years old, you should give him some slack. And I said, is he 8 years old, or is he a teenager? Because wasn't he going through puberty in the last episode? So...
I mean, they were making jokes about that. Like, I don't know, maybe Hootie assumed something that wasn't quite right.
Maybe he is 8 years old and Hootie's just like over eager.
I mean, I think literally he has been alive for 8 years,
Yeah.
but he's also a new kind of demon that we don't understand. So I don't know. I think we should assume that he's a teenager based on what we've been told by the show.
Yeah, he's written like a teenager. But he was very fun in this episode. I particularly liked when he threw a fit about Luz hugging Amity instead of him.
Yeah, that was great.
And then Luz hugged him. It was adorable. So much girlfriend said in this episode.
So
Yeah.
much girl. I was going to bring that up, yeah. Were we counting? There was 3 at
No.
least.
Oh,
There was
there's
3
like
at
fucking
least.
3 or 4, 3 to 5,
Yeah.
between 3 and 5, it was amazing. And Amity just like being so protective and wanting to impress her girlfriend. Even Ida and King were like, come on now, calm down. Would she have betrayed them?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, would she have
Well-
given the whole key?
Well, there was that scene when the Golden Guard was trying to tell her to betray Ida and King.
Oh, no. Like, not at this point. I
Yeah.
was actually kind of surprised that... Because I've been expecting for a while, and I think I mentioned this before, an episode that's going to be about Amity, like, coming to terms that her dream of wanting to join the Emperor's Coven is bad, actually. But it kind of seems like they just skipped over that, and, like, I'm fine with it. I like where
Yeah.
Amity is right now.
Yeah.
I agree. I'd rather there not be like any unnecessary conflict between the main cast, if you know what I mean. Like nothing of, I don't know what choice to make. She already made those decisions back when she was challenging her parents, and by now it seems a bit redundant because of course she's going to turn against the Emperor when she's no longer doing stuff just to impress her family. And when the Emperor has hurt Luz so much, she can't just ignore that. But I do get what you mean.
I know. Like, I expected... In this episode, I expected at least a moment of her being like, oh, this is the Golden Guard. Yeah, I know all about his adventures. He's cool. But, like, there was none of that. She was just, like, against him the whole time, on Ida's side.
That would have been cool, actually. Like, that would have been cool if she knew who the Golden Guard was. But especially because Ida and King were taking the piss out of him so much. So it's having Amity being like, oh, I was a Golden Guard fangirl, like, before 6 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
I'm
That would've
glad
been
to. I from how like I understand completely how like why they were all being so mean to Hunter because he's bad. But I was worried that they were heading in a direction where they were going to make Hunter seem like really pathetic because like they kept saying he had an annoying voice and stuff, and I was like, I want him to like be cool. And definitely as the episode progressed, they let him be cool. But I was like worried for a second there that they were going to turn him into like he's the punching bag joke now.
I don't know, at least twice in this episode, I kind of believed that he was gonna, help them, at least in this one episode, and then go back to the Emperor at the end. But, like, then he betrayed them, like, immediately. It was cool. It was like, I wasn't expecting that, even though I should have, because it seems obvious. That's what he's here to do, but, like, yeah, it was good character moments.
he speaks bird now, though. So, like, he's so lonely, but he has the palisman who's been sickened by him, regardless of who he is, even though he's been doing these bad things. And he can speak bird now, so he feels a little bit less alone. Even though he's probably going insane,
No, I think that's just a palisman thing. I think he's, like, bonding with his palisman.
Yeah, he's palisman. I wonder what its name is. I hope to find out soon. That would be cute.
Yeah, and also, Amity has one, because we were talking about how she missed the,
Wait, she got
The
a
day where they got one.
she got a flipping palisman off screen. What?
Yeah, it's a cat.
Oh my god. Actually,
I mean-
I saw that, like, that screenshot down there, I saw that leaked, like, 3 weeks ago. I saw that leaked, and I thought, oh my god, Amity's gonna get a cat palisman, but then I forgot about it.
I'm going to assume that it was the headcanon I came up with, where the Blight family just already had a piece of wood prepared for, like, she didn't need to do the school adoption thing. They were just like, yeah, we're rich, we can get you a palisman.
And she just makes herself a cat.
This episode was, I don't know if the whole episode was leaked or screenshots or what, but like we've accidentally seen, me and Tipsy at least have accidentally seen a few things. So I went in expecting Hunter and Amity. But I before watching, I had this like assumption in my head that they were all going to be friends. But like I'm so glad that this turned out to be an episode where like they're hating on each other. And also, it's like our first episode where Luz is not in it, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that as well.
She got a case of the common mold
She got a case of being sidelined like Will and Gus always are every episode.
Oh yeah, and speaking of, they're also in this episode, but not really.
Yeah.
I saw Widow and I was like, wait. Widow is like in an episode, and then they wrote her out of the episode, and I was like, figures.
Unlike you two, I had seen nothing of this episode beforehand, so yeah, I don't know. Try harder.
Try harder. Well, thanks very much.
I'm sorry. I didn't try at all. I just happened to not run into anything.
Do we have any other thoughts? I feel like there's so much.
Yeah, no, I want
to
talk.
say.
I want to talk about the blood because that is interesting. The Titan's blood is apparently the most powerful source of magic on the Boiling Isles. We didn't know that before. I don't know what they mean by source of magic because they get magic from their heart sacs, but whatever. I guess there's external magic stuff they can do too.
Can I make horrible joke? Can I make horrible jokes that just came in my head?
What?
I wonder what the Titan's other bodily fluids do. Okay, anyways, continue.
Nick!
Oh no, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, the
Titan's tears. What do Titan's tears do? That's probably going to be a plot point.
Maybe I could see that, I guess. But yeah, but the bile sac is like on a witch's heart, so I guess blood, in general, witch's blood is magic. So yeah, actually, it makes a lot of sense that Titan's blood is like super magic stuff. That's cool. And apparently, if you mix Titan's blood with water, then it creates a portal. Apparently. And there's blood in the door key, so like I guess that's confirmation. That's how it works.
I don't know. We would need to look at that again to know exactly what to say, but that was the gist of it.
Yeah. And then there's also Fool's Blood, which I guess was real blood, but it's just old now and dying. And the Titan's dying. I mean, the Titan's already like dead, but like also it's dying more. So I guess that could be an interesting thing. Maybe they're gonna like gradually lose magic.
Oh, it's more.
Or they're gonna have to go back to using wild magic, and they're gonna have to use glyphs for everything.
It's more Xeno-based.
Luce is gonna lead a revolution.
Because it's more Xeno-based stuff, isn't it? Because even in that game, the Titan had stopped moving, but it wasn't necessarily dead. Though I guess the Titan is literally a corpse in this series, so saying it's alive is going to be a bit difficult to justify.
Well, the Titan, or the Emperor says he talks to the Titan, and before now I have been assuming that that's just a lie, so he can do whatever he wants. But like, I kind of believed it in the cold open here, where we saw his face and he was talking about that. I was like, I don't know, does he actually believe that?
Was he talking about that again? I didn't pick up on that. But in the last season, in the Emperor's chamber, the Titan's heart is there and it's still beating, isn't it?
Yes.
And the silence falls the crowd. Nick was completely fucking wrong, apparently.
No, I remember that. Because we were talking about, like, what is that? Is it like the Emperor's heart or something? Because, I mean, maybe it's something like that. Maybe he has a magic system keeping him alive, which he does, because we know the talismans are... He needs them. I don't know how the heart is related. It could just be the Titan's heart. I don't know.
And Kikimora is crazy now. Like she went from being super based at the end of the last season, like we all thought she was cool, and now she's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah. That was one thing, too. I was thinking, like, do I like this? But then I also was like, she never really had much characterization anyways, aside from, like, one episode. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I like this.
Yeah, it's not a big loss.
Yeah, just like I personally kind of like a crazier character anyways. So it's like, that works for me. But it's like, she wasn't on screen enough, really, for there to be much of a development. So it's fine to just flip the
switch. I think it might be more fun if she was crazier just in general and not so focused on being paranoid about the Golden Guard.
Yeah.
Like, what is she afraid he's gonna do?
I don't know. It's like a Perry the Platypus situation.
From her perspective, the Golden Guard is Bellis's nephew. And also, like, we even had comments on the previous video about how he was present in the last season, and he even said some remarks to Kikimora, like out of sass. So, she thinks that if the Golden Guard gets if the Emperor prefers the Golden Guard, then he will probably dispose of her.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's what she was coming across as thinking in the episode. She thinks that the Golden Guard is going to sabotage her, and the Emperor will be unhappy with her and probably kill her.
Yes. But also, in the very beginning of this episode, the Emperor said, like, everyone has their role to play, which leads me to believe that, he's not going to do anything like that to Kikimora. So, I don't know. How would you feel if the stakes were actually believable? I don't that like there was a justification to her fear that she's gonna get killed.
Well, I think Hunter thinks he's going to get killed, but he's not going to get killed yet because the Emperor still wants him to be killed later on. So
That there's a danger of that because he's like bonding with Luz and Luz's friends and has a palisman now, and the Emperor hates palismans and all that.
The
So like
Emperor-
I feel the pressure there, you know.
it's more likely the Emperor will eat his palisman, and I don't think Hunter could deal with that. That is certainly the biggest threat to Hunter at the moment.
But like I don't get any of that on Kikimura's end, and maybe just because we don't see her so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I didn't vibe with Kikimura in this episode, even though I really liked her before. So
I think
don't
it's
know.
really just because from my memory, she has never really done anything. So like we
Yeah.
don't know much about her.
There's a reference to Mario Kart Wii map in this game.
Yeah. Or no, that was it. That was the thing that I was thinking about King. He said like video games, but do they have video games?
No, I have no idea if they have video games, but he said it looks a lot easier in video games, and we all knew it was specifically Wario's gold mine from Mario
No.
Kart that
I
they
mean,
were
yes.
referencing.
That's an example. I was thinking Donkey Kong.
I was
Kong
also thinking
Country
Donkey
has,
Kong,
like,
even
the
though I've
huge-
never played it.
hugely iconic minecart levels.
Oh yeah, of course. Duh. I thought of Mario Kart for some reason, but
You're wrong, Tipsy. You're wrong.
shut up.
Mario Kart's good
Tipsy's
too.
wrong for once.
Shush. I think Dana Terrace has played Donkey Kong. No, she's probably played Mario Kart. So there.
Why are we arguing about this?
Because this
This
is
is important.
important lore.
Yeah, so the key is gone now, but it probably won't work because it only has half the blood, and Amity got the rest of the blood. And I guess their plan from the beginning, the reason they went to the lake was to get some blood so they could just use it to create a non-door portal. Can they just do that? Do you think that's what they're going to try to do?
From what I interpreted, I didn't really think that they had like a plan. They just kind of knew that they had to go see what that lake was all about. Like I don't really know if they. I think.
I mean,
in
they
terms
definitely wanted to collect some blood.
yeah.
Well, they now both have blood. Like Amity's glove is covered in Titan's blood, a few drops of Titan's blood, which they're somehow going to use, I guess, by keeping Amity's glove and never washing it again.
They can wring it out. They can wring it out into a vial or something. And keep it.
They'll do something, and then Hunter's got the key, which has a bunch of blood in it as well. He looked disappointed.
Not
but-
enough though. It's not going to work. It's not enough to work. Like for sure.
It's gonna
So-
open. They're gonna use the key with half blood in it, and it's gonna open into the amphibia dimension, and there's gonna be a crossover episode.
No, because there is, because I think you linked earlier, there is the amphibia box in the previous episode.
Yeah, in their basement, in Ida's
Yeah.
basement.
Anyway, I don't know. Do you want to do ratings?
Yeah, let's do our ratings, but I feel like I'm giving every episode the same score recently. So
Yeah, I know, because every episode lately has been really good, and it's like, I don't know, I'm going to give this one an 8 or a 9 or a 10. Because there's
Yeah.
always one of those. This one's like a 9 for me, because it was a really good episode, but there was just a bit in it that I didn't really enjoy. Like the stuff I talked about, like, do they have video games? And also, why is Kikimura like this? Is she always like this all the time? But the rest of the episode was, like, perfect, so 9.
9. I have
Wow.
9. I'm even tempted to give it a 10 because even
Whoa.
even the detractions are very petty. Who I was annoyed by the lo-fi beats thing, but who cares really? I give it 9 because Riddle didn't actually have a starring role in the episode, so you know.
Did we even talk at all about Ida's part in this episode?
No, because she made a deal with the owl, but we have no idea what the deal was yet. So
No, we
that's
do,
cool.
we do.
Oh, we
She
do?
ate some voles on the way home. That was the deal.
Is that the deal?
Yeah, because she said I had to keep up my end of the bargain.
Oh my god! I thought it was something far darker that we're gonna find out in 5 episodes or something. Just eat some voles. My god! I thought she did that for because she was hungry because she's an owl.
Anyway, go on with ratings. Ida was good in this episode. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, both her and King were great.
I hope Albert is okay.
He's probably not. Anyways, I'm trying to think. This episode was really good, but I think just kind of in comparison to other episodes, aside from aside from the action sequence and like Hunter's involvement, like the action sequence boosts us up so many freaking, like, it's a 10 out of 10 just for that scene basically. But I think just like compared to other episodes, I wasn't as like gripped on this one. But I don't really know what to give it. I mean, you guys said 9. I'm gonna say 8.5, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really well done, but I guess, I don't know, the location or some of the writing or something just wasn't as vibing with me as the few past episodes had been. But that action scene though. Okay.
Okay. Right. Who's gonna?
Does Robot Chan have a haiku for us?
Yeah. Does Robot Chan have a haiku?
No, why would you put me on the spot? I don't know how to make a damn haiku.
Are you gonna try one? Because I can try one.
Here's a.
I don't remember how
hint.
it works even.
You can put it in a post.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
Thunder fight so cool. Nice Donkey Kong reference. Moose should eat the key.
All right, thanks. That was a great haiku, great episode. See you all
thanks,
next week.
Thanks, Robo-Chad.
Thanks, Robo-chan. Well done.
Thanks,
I
Robo-Chan.
loved that haiku that I heard definitely right now and not later.
Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, and super special thanks to my Patreon supporters. Support me on Patreon and you'll be able to submit video topics, see exclusive behind the scenes content, and help me keep this channel going. Also follow me on Twitter and TikTok for special updates.